All right, gang, welcome back. Um, what we're taking a look at here is our practice quiz for our upcoming quiz, preferably tomorrow. Okay, so what we got here is our first part, which is going to be graphing the following equations. So take a look at this, walk ourselves through it a little bit, see how we do, and roll from there. So, all right, we are graphing some equations here, and when we graph equations, we always fall back to y equals mx plus b. Okay, so for a quick little refresher, remember that m is your slope, your rate of change, rise over run, and b is your y-intercept. Where am I hitting the y-axis? So if I look over here, y equals 2x, y equals mx plus b, you'll notice that the m is whatever's in front of your x. In this case, your m is just 2. Okay? Your b is whatever's tacked on the end. Well, if I don't have anything tacked on the end, I'm safe to assume that b is 0. All right. B being 0 goes right through the origin, okay, where your x and y axis meet. My slope being 2 is rise over run, 2 over 1. So from my starting point, whatever your y-intercept is, I'm going to go up 2 over 1. Okay, and I can keep going, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. I mean, you're more than welcome to do so. But really, you only need 2 points to graph a line. Okay, connect the dots. Perfect. All right, well, y equals x minus 3. Let's take a look at number 2. mx plus b. If it helps, write that equation out. Don't panic if you don't see anything out in front of x. All right, if there's an x there, you can assume that m is 1. Okay, and then for b, whatever's tacked on the end, in this case, it's negative 3. Be careful with signs. Signs matter greatly. Okay, so negative 3, starting at 0, 0, down 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, because remember this is y-intercept, so we're on the y-axis. Your slope is 1, 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Good. Again, if you really want to, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Okay, connect your dots. Got our line. All right. Now, what helps also is they're both positive, so therefore they're going rising up to the right. Let's take a look at an example if we have a negative slope. Number 3. Negative y equals negative 2/3 x plus 4. Okay. B, slope, the b is 4. Your m is negative 2/3. Signs matter. So positive 4, up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Apply yourself a point. Okay. That now becomes our starting point. My slope is negative 2/3. Negative, instead of going up, we're going to go down first. So down 2, right 3. Down 2, right 3. Again, you don't have to keep drawing these points, but, if they help. Connect your dots. Okay, if you're off a little bit like I am right there, it's okay. Human error. Nobody's perfect. All right, number 4. Y equals 6. Now, these are unique lines. If it's y equals horizontal line. There we go. If it's x equals, then it's going to be a vertical line. All right. Just be careful about the both of them. This one you can graph in the calculator. This one you cannot. So y equals 6. All the y values have to be 6. So go up 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Apply yourself a point. And all I'm doing here is just drawing a horizontal line through that value of 6. Okay, I know it's a little tough to see here. Sorry about the lighting. But horizontal line for y equals. If it's vertical, just straight up and down. Okay? So make sure you're okay to be able to recognize the difference between the two. All right, number 5 and 6. To the more challenging problems, you need to get y by itself. So I'm going to subtract 3x over here. Because you'll notice that for the first 4 that we did up top, they're all y equals, y equals, y equals. Here, if I subtract 3x over, 6y equals negative 3x plus 12. And I'm going to divide every single term by 6. Okay? Now, 6y divided by 6 just gives you y. Negative 3 over 6, I'm going to reduce that to negative 1/2 x plus 12 over 6, 2. Now we've got a problem we can work with, which becomes the problems we did up top. All right? So plus 2, up 2, plot a point. My slope is negative 1/2, so down 1 over 2. Got my 2 points. Connect the dots. Perfecto. Okay. Do yourself a favor, get y by itself first, put it in slope-intercept form, becomes immensely easier to solve. Okay, number 6, get y by itself. Subtract 10x from both sides. Negative 5y equals negative 10x minus 15. Okay, I'm going to divide all three terms by negative 5. So, negative 5, negative 5, negative 5. We get 2x plus 3. All right. And then what we're going to do is, have 1 second. All right, guys. So we got y equals 2x plus 3. Okay. So plus 3 is your y-intercept. Plot that right here. 1, 2, 3. That's your y-intercept. Now your slope is 2. Means up 2 over 1. Got your 2 points. Connect the dots. Alrighty. Sounds good. Alright. On to the back page. So for the top part, you are looking to see if there's 3 sides can make a triangle or not. Okay. So for your first part, you always take your 2 smaller sides. 7 and 9. Add them together. You're trying to see if it's bigger than the third side. 7 plus 9 equals 16. 16 is bigger than 11. So, yes, they can form a triangle. Okay. Part B, 4 plus 4. Trying to see if that's bigger than 9. It is not. Right? Again, we talked about in class how it would not be long enough to create that third side, so it just would not work out. Lastly, 7 plus 8. Trying to see if it's bigger than 15. If it equals, all right, it's still not greater than. So this would still be a no. It needs to be greater than. Okay. All right. This is taking it one step further down here. 2 sides of a triangle of size 8 inches and 24 inches. The length of the third side must be greater than blank and less than blank. Well, the same principle applies, but a really easy way to tackle this problem is, in order to find out what it needs to be greater than, take these 2 numbers and subtract them. Okay. For the other part, take these 2 numbers and add them. Oops, sorry, 32. All right, make sure you got your units all as well. Okay, good old Pythagorean theorem. So, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Again, memorization is not what we're after here, so this will be given to you, but you have to figure out what your c side is first. It's always across from your right angle. All right, so here, 5 squared plus 12 squared, a and b, which are interchangeable, equals x squared. 25 plus 144 equals x squared. 169 equals x squared. Square root both sides. X equals 13. Alright. Over here, it mixes up just a little bit. Here, this is no longer your c. It's now like your a or your b. So x squared plus 4 squared equals 5 squared. 16 and 25. Subtract it over. It's the extra step here. Square root both sides. Oops. Sorry. X equals 3. Alright? Good. These are the only 2 types that you could possibly see. Again, where x is one of your legs or when x is your hypotenuse. Alright, last 2 problems. We're almost done here. I did have a little typo here. It should be 65 inches. So a 65-inch widescreen television means that the measure along the diagonal is 65 inches. If the screen is a square, what are the dimensions of the length and the width? Here's your square television. Okay? Move off there. 65-inch diagonal. Each of the sides has to be the same if it's a square. So I'll call this x and x. Well, square, all the angles are right angles. So x squared plus x squared equals 65 squared. And this is your... Thank you for stopping there. Okay, now, if I add x squared and x squared together, I get 2x squared. Now, you're going to divide both sides by 2. Now, the trick here is, make sure you do 65 squared first, then divide it by 2. Okay? A common mistake would be to try to divide 65 by 2, and then you get 32.5. But, oops. Okay, 2,112.25. So now I'm going to square root both sides. We get x equals 45.96, and we are talking about inches. All right? Very good. All right, finally, You place a 14-foot ladder against the wall. If the base of the ladder is 6 feet from the wall, how high up the wall does the top of the ladder reach? So draw a little picture. Push out. Here's your ladder. Okay, I got my little building over here. Big door. Okay. Your ladder is 14 foot tall. You are 6 feet from the base of the building. You're trying to find the height. Well, here's your right triangle. X squared plus 6 squared equals 14 squared. Clean it up. 14 squared gives you, I believe, 196. Yep, just double checking. 160. Square root left and right. And all is well. Okay. So hopefully this video helped you. Good luck, and we're all counting on you.